First off, this is about prophets. A lot of people that are have the gift of prophecy, desire to be prophets. I would discourage you from that. The life of a prophet is very hard. And the reason it is because a lot of times God uses the life of the prophet as an object lesson, as a sign to the people. And even the word shows the prophets' lives were not easy. And a lot of them died even for speaking the truth, even for being faithful and speaking what God wanted them to speak. They were still killed. And that's not the only thing. God asked a lot of the prophets. Your life's not your own anyway, but the life of a prophet is a very hard life. We read here in Ezekiel, this is Ezekiel 30, verse 15. For the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me, Son of man, with one blow I'm about to take away from you the delight of your eyes. Yet do not lament or weep or shed any tears. Groan quietly. Do not mourn for the dead. Keep your turban fastened and your sandals on your feet. Do not cover your mustache and beard, or eat the customary food of mourners. So I spoke to the people in the morning, and in the evening my wife died. The next morning I did as I had been commanded. Then the people asked me, Won't you tell us what these things have to do with us? Why are you acting like this? He wasn't doing the typical things. I'm sure that they knew he loved his wife. But he wasn't mourning the way that they normally mourned. He wasn't eating the mourner's food, and he wasn't covering his mustache and his beard. So they wanted to know, what does it mean? So I said to them, the word of the Lord Yahweh came to me. Say to the people of Israel, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I'm about to desecrate my sanctuary, the stronghold in which you take pride. Pardon me. The delight of your eyes, the object of your affection. The sons and daughters you left behind will fall by the sword, and you will do as I have done. You will not cover your mustache and beard, or eat the customary food of mourners. You will keep your turbans on your heads and your sandals on your feet. You will not mourn or weep, but will waste away. Why? Because of your sins, and groan among yourselves. Ezekiel will be a sign to you. You will do just as he has done. When this happens, you will know that I am the sovereign Lord Yahweh. And you, Son of Man, on the day I take away their stronghold, their joy and glory, the delight of their eyes, their heart's desire. Before I go on any further, a stronghold can be a place of safety for something good or bad, but a lot of times in the New Testament, when it refers to a stronghold, it talks about a stronghold of the enemy. Strongholds that he has built up like a fortress in our lives in certain areas, and it's hard for us to destroy that stronghold. Once you let the enemy get a foothold, starts with a foothold, and he starts letting in stronger and stronger demonic powers and presences, and it becomes then eventually a stronghold. Well, here they were worshiping the building instead of the God of the building. They're worshiping the temple, and that was their pride and joy. And what did the Bible say it was? About the delight of their eyes, just as his wife had been the delight of his eyes. And I'm not saying Ezekiel had a problem. I'm not saying he worshiped her or loved her more than God. God was just using them as a object lesson that he could hold up as an example, he could hold up as a sign to the people of what was about to happen to them. They looked and they glorified the temple more than the God of the temple, and it became a stronghold to them. On that day, a fugitive will come to you. On that day, a fugitive will come to tell you the news. At that time, your mouth will be opened. You will speak with him and no longer be silent. So you will be a sign to them, and they will know that I am the Lord Yahweh. So we don't know how long he was silent. He spoke to them earlier in the chapter and told them what was going to happen. So sometime after that, and it may have been immediately, again, another sign and a witness. He's lost his wife. He couldn't even mourn for her like he would normally mourn, and he loved his wife. She was also the delight of Ezekiel's eyes. So he dearly loved her. But he was silent and couldn't speak a further sign to him until he received news that all this had happened. Then God opened his mouth. You will speak with them and no longer be silent. You will be a sign to them, and you will know that I am, and they will know, they will know that I am the Lord Yahweh. There's a lot of other examples of what the prophets went through and the pain that they went through. Don't desire to be a prophet. Like I said, a lot of them were killed. There was a prophet that had to bring a word against an altar in the southern kingdom, and he was told to go down by one route and return by another. And he was told not to eat anything when he was in that southern kingdom. Well, an older prophet in the southern kingdom sent messengers after him and said, God told me you could come back to my house and eat. So he listened to that word that older prophet had. This prophet probably had a reputation for being accurate, and so he thought, well, maybe I missed it on that, and went back and he ate at that man's house. When he left, a lion attacked him, and the lion only killed the prophet, not the donkey he was riding on. Matter of fact, when this old prophet sent his sons up there to get the prophet's body, the lion was sitting next to the donkey. He didn't maul the donkey. A prophet's life is not easy. God said through Paul that we all had the gift of prophecy, and that we would all prophesy. But the office of a prophet, I'm just telling you right now, is not an easy life. Don't desire it. If God gives it to you, calls you to that office, there's nothing you can do except to accept the call and do what he wants you to do. I mean, you can try to be Jonah, but look out, because you're going to end up in the belly of a whale. But if you're not called to it, don't desire it. It's not an easy life. Anyway, God bless. This is not one of my happier lessons, but one that needs to be shared. God bless.